sleeping soldier, for the sake of the children, for the sake of the nation. Awake, 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 sleeping soldier, for the sake of the children, for the sake of the nation. Awake, awake. Give us hearts of flesh, oh God. Give a burden for men, oh God.
Well, hello, hello, hello. My name is Miss Imani, and welcome to the stretch. We're gonna jump into this. It amazes me every day that I actually make it. I'm telling you. I won't tell you what I was doing before this stretch. I almost forgot. But listen, I'm glad I remembered so I can be consistent with the stretch. And thank you for joining me. We're gonna jump right on in there. Again, for those who are new, please, if you just happen to be passing by, just go on and hit the subscribe button and notifications so you can see as I update these stretches that you will get them too and kind of see what I'm up to. But welcome to my home that I'm inviting you into. We're going to jump in this 15-minute stretch. We're going to do a 15-minute stretch of word and then a 15-minute stretch of music. So every stretch is 1 minute. The first stretch is yours, which is called the famous monster stretch. That's going to be your stretch. You do you. Don't do me. You will see in the corner, there'll be a timer. You can look and kind of see how much longer we have. That means you can go at your own speed if you want to. You can go faster, slower, whatever you need to do for your body. We're just helping each other. You're helping me be accountable, and hopefully I'm helping you be healthy and accountable too. So are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. You can pull your yoga mat out, or I have this nice lush rug, so I haven't been using a yoga mat, but maybe next time. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to mute myself. Please remember to what? Breathe. Be very intentional about breathing the whole time. All right? So even when that stress get hard for you, I want you to keep breathing. All right? Let me go ahead and mute myself. Let's get going.
And the negative things that people are saying, because you're relying more on their ideas and their dreams of you instead of you relying on your own dreams and ideas of yourself. Why would you want to surround yourself with people that don't have ideas that are great? Why would you want to surround yourself
warm up
because of a number? You know, a lot of people tend to wonder, oh, how many friends they have and how many people in their corner. Oh, I have 1 million followers. I have tens and thousands and thousands and thousands of people that support me. How many of those people do you actually know? Do you realize the power that you have right now? Even the people that don't like you, they are drawn to you. They see you, but they don't see your greatness. They don't see what you truly have inside. They are afraid of it. They don't lift it up. They don't encourage it because they're not happy. So they want you to come on their side. They want you to believe in their ideas of what you think of yourself. They doubt you and you believe what they doubt. Instead of you waking up from your slumber, instead of you waking up from this nightmare of despair and letting your opportunities come to life. It's going to be a tough time, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be rough. It's gonna be some tough times and tough days ahead for you. But that doesn't mean your ideas are gonna die. That doesn't mean that you stop. It doesn't mean you stop believing in yourself. You just gotta keep on working. When you got people looking at you from the left side and the right side, from the front to the back, and you in the middle, just remember, everybody's watching. Just give them something to see. Let them see it. Are you watching me? Watch this. Or you want to stop me? You can't stop this. That's the mentality that you must have in yourself. Don't you dare give up now. I know what that pain feels like. I know how to absorb that pain. And I know how to keep marching. And I know how to keep moving. And I know how to get productive in my life. Can't stop what you didn't create. You can hate it, but you can't dominate it. Because it belongs to me. Your ideas belongs to you.
So many people dream big dreams, but they never take any action. So listen to me carefully. If you don't believe in yourself, you've already lost the battle. Not believing in yourself is a losing battle because either you won't try at all or you will convince yourself that you can't do it. And when you convince yourself that you can't do it, your results are going to confirm what you believe. You fall short of your goals when you predict that you're not going to hit them. And sometimes you're too focused on probability. You're asking yourself, well, what's the likelihood of this happening? Versus focusing on the possibility. Asking yourself, how would my life change if I accomplish this? Ask yourself that question. And don't wait on approval from anyone outside of you. And don't feel bad because you feel like no one is cheering for you. No, you've got to decide that you are your biggest fan. You've got to decide that you're gonna finish what you started if you don't have one person supporting you. If nobody acknowledges you, acknowledge yourself. If nobody supports you, support yourself. This is the thing. If you keep showing up, if you keep going hard, if you stay consistent through your valley moments, your results will turn those who ignored you into fans.
It's not that you don't want everything that comes with the path that leads to your true potential, but you are too hung up on blaming the past and the present. You are too hung up on blaming your mom for how she treated you when you were younger. You are too hung up on blaming your teachers for how they spoke to you. You're too hung up on the shitty thing that happened to you years ago. I'm not trying to discredit your pain, but you gotta let that shit go. And because of that, you aren't able to appreciate the strength and power you have today. You aren't able to step into that power because you are choosing to justify excuses every single time you open your fucking eyes. It's time to take responsibility. Understand that you are in control of how you feel every day, what you do every day, how you act every day. So don't get it twisted. The excuse that these outside sources control how you feel, what you do, and how you act is just a justification that has been drilled into your head since you were younger. Break out of it. Understand that we have the power to change our lives. Stop putting the power in other people's hands by blaming them for your current situation. Take that shit back. Take that shit back. Choose to shift the trajectory of your life so you can live up to your true potential. And don't for 1 second think it's going to be easy.
If it's important to you, you're gonna find a way. You won't have to look for a resource. You will become resourceful. It's not always about the accomplishment. It's about the effort. If we can just keep the effort going, the excuse is irrelevant. You gotta be stronger than your excuses. Excuses don't get results. We get one opportunity to come this way. We get one shot. We got one life to live. Life is too short to make excuses.
We get this strange feeling that we have never had, you see, in our lives, that we are no longer this poor little stranger and afraid in a world it never made.
Momentum is a big thing with human beings. It's a big thing for me, at least. If I'm on a good momentum of healthy eating and exercise, I love it. I like waking up sore, pushing further. I like writing down my workouts, what I've done. And I like hitting that gym hard on a daily basis. And I build momentum. And I find that when I do that with writing, whether I do that with performing, whether I do that with anything, it just gets everything going. It just creates energy. Being lazy robs you of energy. Like being sedentary, being uninspired, being bored, it robs you of one of the most precious things you can have in this life, enthusiasm. One of the things that I tell people all the time, because a lot of people have a hard time defining themselves. They define themselves by failure because they failed. But I'm like, you're not your failures, you're you. Okay, your life is a series of lessons you've learned. Now, if you just dwell on the failures, like that's not healthy, it's not smart, and it's not empowering. What you gotta do is look at those failures and go, well, now you know what not to do. But you're not that, you're you.
It was hard because so happy to be and have the job I have. At the same time, I was like, don't feel like I'm growing in my work. And my life at that time had become extremely vital, meaning I just had a newborn son with Camilla. Wow, the only thing I ever knew I wanted to be, and now I was. And here's this job that I had held most reverence for in my life, fatherhood. Now I was. My emotions, the ceiling and the basement of my emotions, the range was so wide. I was laughing louder, crying harder, getting angrier, showing more joy, having more sadness, all across the board. All emotions were much more extreme than they were or could be in the work. I said, your life's more vital than your work, but can my work challenge the vitality I'm feeling in my life? So the work I wanted to do, there were certain scripts I wanted to do Dallas Buyers Club at that time, other scripts. Nobody's going to touch me with a 10-foot pole in those movies. All the dramatic roles I wanted, they're like, no, not in McConaughey, we won't finance it. Okay, so I can't do what I want to do, so I'm going to stop doing what I've been doing. So I stopped doing rom-coms. I said no, I stopped. Well, for the first 6 months of not doing rom-coms, I wasn't doing anything. Finally, nothing came in. And for 14 more months, nothing came in. I considered other careers. Didn't know if I'd ever work again. But after 20 months of being gone, unbranding as I now call it, being out of sight, not being in your theater or your living room in a rom-com, not seeing me shirtless on the beach, I became a new good idea. I don't know, I haven't seen him, where has he been? I was kind of refound. So I had to do that for myself. I loved doing the rom-coms, but I was getting the scripts and I felt like I could do the same script tomorrow morning. And I was like, that's fine, but I want something that's gonna make me sweat in my boots. I want some work that's gonna challenge me and make me go, I'm scared of this role for all the right reasons. And I can't wait to go attack it and see how I come up the other side.
Why seek the role that's hard?
Because it costs me something. Because it costs. It's not really a risk unless you lose the fight. I feel more alive in them. I have an experience in the making of them. I'm nervous every day I come to work. I feel like when I nail a day and I knock it and I know I did, I feel like, yes. I have a measure at the end of the day of like, you set out to do something, you prepared for it, you had intention, and you did it.
There's lots of different ways to interpret the world, and you can maybe even make a case that there's an endless number of ways to interpret the world. And the problem with that is that it kind of disorients you in terms of what you should be doing. Just because there's a very large number of ways to interpret the world doesn't mean there's a very large number of productive, meaningful, and sustainable ways to interpret the world. The thing that's so interesting about the day is like a page in a book. I had one client who was spending about 45 minutes a night fighting with his young son about when to go to bed. And so, they weren't having a pleasant time of it because it was just a constant battle. And that's common. Like, it's very common for parents of young children to be locked in a battle that occurs day after day. Sometimes it's around eating, sometimes it's toilet training, sometimes it's general behavioral issues, sometimes it's bedtime. It's like, okay, 40 minutes a day. So that's 280 minutes a week. So that's, let's say, 5 hours. It's 20 hours a month. It's 240 hours in a year. That's 6 work weeks. That's a month and a half. You're spending a month and a half of work weeks doing nothing but fighting with your son. Don't fool yourself. Yeah. Anything that's every day is a significant percentage of your life. You're awake, let's say, 16 hours. 5 of those hours are basically maintenance. So you got about 11, and then 7 of those are work. So now you're down to 4. And so if you're spending 15 minutes a day doing something painful and stupid, and you do it every day, it's like 10% of your productive life. Because people think backwards. They think, well, I have a vacation coming up and that's really important. It's like, no, it's not. You're only going to do it once. It's not that important. Yeah. How you treat each other at lunchtime, if you eat together every day, that's your life. Yeah. Fix that. Yeah. Get it so that the food's good. Get it so that you're happy with the people that are sitting there. Fix that. It's like, poof, 10% of your life is fixed.
The purpose is to align ourselves to really make a change. So you can either be the conversation about making change, or you can be a part of the action to do it. I want to be a part of the action. I don't want to be you or beat you. I want to take this energy and apply it to myself. That's the purpose of seeing. So I come here and I look at how you maneuver. I look at your setup. I not only bow down and congratulate you, I leave and I say, yo, man, I'm inspired, dude. Joe, I can't wait in 2 years. You're going to come and you're going to see my shit. And you remember I said I was inspired, but you're going to see what I let it grow into. That's the proper way to get encouraged and motivated. Look at your circle, right? When you can merge yourself with good people and follow the paths that you see that these good, successful people have taken, you then become a part of a world and group that nobody expected you to be in. So everything else from the outside that comes in, you're throwing at a bubble that can't be popped. It's a force field around me. There's a force field around me because what really matters, loves me wholeheartedly. And when you have that and you understand that, you're unbreakable. So if you don't add to that force field, if you don't make my force field stronger, you don't get time from me. My true understanding is, all right, you got one life. And that one life, the goal for us is to live it to the best of our ability from the beginning to what's said the end. People don't understand it's you against you. The only person that gets in your way is you. Nobody else. It's you. What I've understood is that what people are doing has nothing to do with me. I should always be a step ahead because I'm thinking differently, because I'm thinking about myself. Making myself better puts me in a position to make others better. Hard work brings great rewards.
I wish that I could tell you that the load you carry will get lighter. It won't. As time passes, you'll find it will get heavier. The mountain that you need to climb will get higher. The ocean that you need to cross will get wider. Trust me when I tell you that you don't want to wait.
Activity completed.
Indecision is a decision. A decision to fail. A decision to waste your potential. Time won't wait for you. Time doesn't wait for anyone. The clock keeps ticking in life. There are no timeouts, no breaks, and no rest stops. Remember something else, that if plan A doesn't work, there are 25 other letters in the alphabet. This isn't 3 strikes and you're out. This isn't baseball, it's the real world. And that means there's no limit on how many times you're allowed to try. The only time your dream dies is when you decide to quit. You need to be
All right, that was good. That was good. I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into our next 15 minutes with this music. I really like both parts. I feel like the word encourages me to just go harder, and I believe the music allows me to reflect, breathe, and really go deeper in my stretches. So, are you ready? Let's go ahead. Don't forget, the first one is yours, okay?
Awake, sleeping soldier, for the sake of the children,
Warm up.
for the sake of the nation. Awake, 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 sleeping soldier, for the sake of the children, for the sake of the nation. Awake, awake. Give us hearts of flesh, oh God. Give a burden for men, oh God. Give us hearts of flesh, oh God. A true burden for men, oh God. Have mercy, Lord, we are cold. We've turned away from our brothers. We've turned away from our sisters, oh, oh. We are cold, we are cold. Have mercy, Lord, we are cold. We've turned away from the crying. We've turned away from the dying, oh. We are cold, we are cold. So we run, run, run after money. We run, run, run after power. We run, run, run after money. We run, run, run. Have mercy, Lord, we are cold. We've turned away from our brothers. We've turned away from our sisters, oh, oh. We are cold, we are cold. Have mercy, Lord, we are cold. We've turned away from the crying. We've turned away from the dying. We are cold. Heal our cold hearts. We run, run, run after you, oh God, in truth. We do your will, oh God, oh. We run, run, run after you. We do what you say, oh God. Give us hearts of flesh, oh God. A true pardon for men, oh God. Give us hearts of flesh, oh God. A true pardon for men, oh God. sleeping soldier, for the sake of the children, for the sake of the nation. Awake, 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 sleeping soldier, for the sake of the children, for the sake of the nation. Awake, awake. Give us hearts of flesh, oh God. Give a burden for men, oh God. Give us hearts of flesh, oh God. A true burden for men, oh God. Have mercy, Lord, we are cold. We've turned away from our brothers. We've turned away from our sisters, oh, oh. We are cold, we are cold. Have mercy, Lord, we are cold. We've turned away from the crying. We've turned away from the dying, oh. We are cold, we are cold. So we run, run, run after money. We run, run, run after power. We run, run, run after money. We run, run, run. Have mercy, Lord, we are cold. We've turned away from our brothers. We've turned away from our sisters, oh, oh, oh. We are cold, we are cold. Have mercy, Lord, we are cold. We've turned away from the crying. We've turned away from the dying. We are cold. Heal our cold hearts. We run, run, run after you, oh God, in truth. We do your will, oh God, oh. We run, run, run after you. We do what you say, oh God. Give us hearts of flesh, oh God. A true pardon for men, oh God. Give us hearts of flesh, oh God. A true pardon for men, oh God.
Nigeria hasn't always justified the faith of its people, but there comes a time when you are pushed to the wall and there's nowhere to go but up.
If we just decide in our hearts that we want to believe in Nigeria and we want to take steps every day to make this country a better place.
This is our dream, and a new Nigeria is that dream that we so much seek and desire.
The destiny of Nigeria is in our hands. We are the country. The country is us.
We are Nigeria.
We are that turning point generation. We are Nigeria. We are the future.
We are the future. We are the dream. We are the nation. We are part of this. Yes, we are so amazing. That's the least we shall be. At the heart of the nation, changing history. How can they say that we are finished? We have just begun. When we have nowhere else to run to, we have nowhere else to go. So get out of the way of the land of our dreams. We are the nation, we are part of this. Oh, oh. We are the nation, we are part of this. Whoa, carry the song, carry the sound. The future has come.
The future is not a time zone that is yet to come. The future is everything that we can be but have not yet become. The future is everything that we can do but have not yet done. The future is here, the future is now. So go ahead and deliver the future, because you can, because you must, and together we will.
This land of promise is now home for me. It's now home for me. Oh, I believe I receive of this land of promise, where I stand to be blessed. Now home for me, now home for me. I believe, this land of glory is the land of my dreams. This land of peace, oh, it is well, it is well. Awake, oh beauty, you have not been forsaken. You know who you are, beautiful land. It is well, it is well. It is well, it is well with us. It is well, it is well, it is well. It is well, it is well, it is well, it is well, it is well. Tell your daughters and call your sons to speak to the land, declare it as one. Oh, oh, do not be afraid, do not be afraid, do not be afraid, do not be afraid. Oh, hey, calling your land of promise, we call out your grace. We declare your harvest. Oh, it is well, it is well, it is well. Awake, oh beauty, you have not been forsaken. You know who you are, beautiful land. It is well, it is well. We're not afraid to say, it is well, it is well. It is well, it is well. That you know it is well. 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 Awake, oh beauty, you have not been forsaken. You know who you are, beautiful land. Oh, oh, oh. Hey!
Cool down.
Speak to the land, declare it as one. Oh, oh, Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Oh, don't be afraid to say it is well with the future. We know it is well for the sake of our children.
Activity completed.
Oh, we are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. In this land where God says yes. Oh, it is well.